This is for Jensen
Thank
about
God.
Jared.
For me, about him?
Yeah.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. You want to share?
We're going to. It's all about your sharing, actually. So earlier in this weekend, we've heard some wonderful stories about how Jared on scene sometimes has the force of the wind, if you know what I mean.
The force is strong with him.
So I was wondering if you could share with us, please, a humorous either on scene or backstage, off-scene event where the force of the wind was certainly very strong.
I'm laughing really quickly because my 5-year-old will be like, Dad, I tooted. I'm like, Sheppy, that wasn't a toot, that was the force of the wind.
Yeah, the force is strong. What baffles me about his skill set is that if he wants it to be silent, if he needs it to make noise in order for people to laugh, and it's unbelievable because it's the silent ones. But the audible ones don't at all, and I'm like, how? And he's like, it's the force. And it truly is baffling to me, the skill of flatulence that you possess.
We literally are unhireable anywhere else.
Yes, that's a common theme heard on set by most of the crew and the cast, is that it's that we're just not hireable in on any other project.
And we joke often that we're unfireable, you know, like you can't really do Supernatural without Sam and Dean. But we're also unhireable anywhere else. So
right.
It's this weird
Just the lack of professionalism that is displayed from moment to moment. But then we somehow managed to get, I remember...
Dude, forces of the wind happen.
I remember...
It's not unprofessional.
Phil Segricia, who's been with us for forever, was directing the season finale, and there was one day where he had the devil in him, and Phil's just like walking out, and he's saying through like laughing tears, like, can we please just get the scene?
It'll make the gag reel for sure.
Oh yeah, and he's like, I just want to finish this before lunch, please. He's like begging Jared to just behave.
I won't say too much, but I will say this. It was shot on Castiel from the waist up, and I was crawling onto set so that the camera couldn't see me.
Yeah, because at one point he was standing next to Misha, and so the camera was, first it got Misha's coverage, which Jared, I believe, was grabbing the inside of his knee or his thigh. And, yeah, and squeezing it, so like drawing blood. And so Misha's like, I can't do this with him here. So they literally just said, you're off camera, get out of here, somebody else will read your lines. So they kick him off the set, and I'm across from Misha, and he's now doing the scene, and I just look in the doorway, and here comes Jared crawling on all fours back onto set to inflict more pain on Misha. And I lean into to Brad, our camera Brad, I'm like, tilt down, tilt down, tilt down. He's like, we're in the middle of it, I'm like, tilt down. And so he just tilts down, and there's Jared just like. So now keep in mind, Jared still hasn't done his coverage yet. And here's where it takes like an even more bizarre turn. During Jared's coverage, I'm thinking, well, Misha's gonna get him back big time. And Misha was, but in retaliation for Misha getting him back, Jared is now squeezing the inside of his thigh even harder, which made Jared's coverage look like this.
I also...
I think Nina, she's our director, she said, Jared, you're the only person who sabotages your own coverage.
You're the only actor I've ever worked with who sabotages their own coverage.
Yeah. And
I will say this: when Misha, like I had bruises on my arm, he was sitting there going like inside.
pinching the inside
Yeah,
of your bicep,
like the
which
meat
I don't
of-
know, that is a very sensitive, like,
And you're sitting there, and I was like, this kind of pissed me off, but I totally deserve this. So, I said this for like
I'm just like so happy I was not on that side of the table.
I
was
deserve
just-
this. Yeah.
And Phil, he keeps coming around, he's like, guys, please, just want to finish this scene before lunch. And he's like laughing because it's, I don't know, again, unhireable on another set.
Anywhere else?
We don't put up, there was one crew guy who was new, he was a day call that day, and he was working some of the electrics stuff, and I remember him watching in just like disbelief that this was the kind of
That's right.
shenanigans that goes on the show that is in its 14th year, and they yelled cut, and he was just like, wow.
Literally, that was it.
Yeah, like just like, I can't believe these people are allowed a job. Anyway, go ahead.
All right.
I saw a conspiracy theory online. Kripke's first.
Oh, well, share it, please.
Kripke's vision.
Because we all know that
There's
online
just,
conspiracy theories.
So
Okay,
conspiracy
conspiracy
theory online. Kripke's vision was 5 years. Can't help but notice it went 10 extra. Who made the Crossroads deal?
I will.
Listen, it's an extra years, you know?
Give it to
Somebody
me.
sold their soul.
Yeah. I read that too. It's really funny. I went way down the rabbit hole, and if I can't say it, I'm not gonna say it again. But yeah, I agree. We also kind of wanted to communicate to you guys. This was a community decision. Like the network and the studio did not say like, "Hey guys, get out of here, you're done." It was more of it's like a dog you love, putting it down. You know.
Yeah, don't do that. It's, no, this was certainly not an easy decision. If we're gonna address it, let's just address it now.
Yeah.
It wasn't an easy decision. It was months and months, if not years, of discussion between he and I, between the rest of the cast, between the crew, between our writers, between our producers, between the studio, between the network. Nobody wanted to see this show fizzle out.
Yeah.
And I think that it was everyone wanting to do the biggest service to the show that we could by going out strong. And it just seemed like the writing was kind of on the wall as to when that was happening. And I think everybody kind of felt that it was coming soon. And so it was just taking that leap of faith of going like, well guys, let's get out the paint, let's paint that finish line and hold our heads high, because what we've accomplished is unlike any other. I made an analogy last night. I said, I was like, listen, if we're driving in the Impala, we're headed down the road, and it's like, left, you're going to hit a ramp and go off a cliff, and it's going to be epic. Or right, you're just going to run out of gas about 30 miles down the road in the middle of the desert with nothing around you. I'm like, I'm going left.
Those
I
boats suck.
want to go out with like pyrotechnics.
Those boats suck.
Yeah, but dying in your car because you ran out of gas, that's, yay. That's fine.
Yeah. So
So,
that and the Crossroads deal.
And apparently somebody made a Crossroads deal because all signs were pointing to next year. So there you go.